Hello, welcome to the first match of this event. I'm moderator joined by Black Bart Pirate, and we have a composition that we've seen a great deal in this event as well as the Alliance Open. Bart?
Yeah, we were seeing a Ham Nighthawk and Ham Loki rush versus a Ham Nighthawk and Ham Loki rush. They're slightly different with Rainbow Wolves bringing three Lokis and two Nighthawks versus three Nighthawks and two Lokis. They did actually warp in at zero. Rainbow Wolves is being really smart here, and they're burning straight away as fast as they possibly can. I think they're trying to mitigate the damage. The Swiffle of Leon is hard tackled and getting completely destroyed right now.
Yeah, we're not seeing much damage being applied by blue onto, or rather red onto blue as of yet. It seems like Swiples are, the first choice of primary. Makes a lot of sense given their damage output and relatively weak tank. Cotton TOS actually holding on quite a bit longer than the first Swiple of Leon did.
Yeah, I am a little surprised they're going after Sipples here. Usually we see them going to try and clear the big DPS ships. It is okay. So the team names are actually not completely correct, which is why they've been blanked out. I think it's Nightmare Skating issue versus When to Delete Marauder. So my bad. Both Sipples are down on the red team, and it looks like they actually caught on the blue team here, which is really, really surprising. So, that's pretty huge. Like, this is a DPS race, and they're already down two, though the Swiffle of MC is now dropping really, really quickly here and drops into structure, and he goes down.
Yeah, surprisingly slow. Usually these ships go down rather quickly. But no, we're already a minute 30 in, and Benji is going to be the primary for the blue team here, getting into about one third of his shields, and Red choosing to kill Cotton TOS in the Spiteball.
Yeah, they are switching over onto the Nighthawk. He's holding pretty well, surprisingly enough. I've seen Nighthawks get melted by this before, so I'm not sure if they're running the correct missile type or what the deal is, or maybe those scalpels are just that good at keeping him alive. But now that's they're kind of evened up, two Sipples on each side. But When to Delete Marauder is ahead on the Nighthawk damage rush. One of the Kierans of When to Delete Marauder has been webbed, painted, and tackled, so it looks like Nightmare Skating has decided to try and clear Logi. I'm not sure how well that's going to go here, but we'll see in a second if heavy assault missiles are able to apply to those logistics frigates.
Yeah, we're seeing that the red team is choosing to send both of their Lokis into the backline and attack Kieran's. As you were saying, heavy assault missiles usually not great at hitting frigates unless there's a lot of webs and slowing them down and making that missile damage apply. Speaking of damage that's applying, Benji Fishy nearly breaking in shield.
Yeah, he does have a lot of rep drones on him now, though. They did take them quite a bit of time to get them onto him and ready to go. So it's possible that they might have actually kept him up if they were just a little bit faster on it. They do take the Kieran of Aiden down or Alden down right before Benji hits armor. I'm not sure if that's going to really matter in the long run because it is going to end up being 5 DPS ships to 4 here. And that's not really a situation you want to be in when you're doing a rush team.
Uh, Rush teams. It seems like maybe one of the primaries have been changed a little bit for the blue team. We see Benji stabilizing a bit and a lot of damage going on to the scalpel of Code Earth, who is surviving. Unlike the Swiple of, I want to say, Flayden, who just went down a second ago here.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good call. Looks like they did switch back. They might have just hit a reload or something, and the stuff was shooting it. So Benji is dropping now. He was living for a little bit at about 20% shield, but now that I've said that, they did trade both Kierans for one Nighthawk. So it's going to be we're going to see if those Logi frigates are going to be enough to keep them up and going here. Nightmare Skating is now switching onto Haha Lin and starting to work on him where When to Delete Marauder it looks like they're going for Code Earth, like you said. They're having a little bit of trouble taking him down, though.
Yeah, and as you were talking about Logi having gone down, look how fast Haha is breaking. Haha Lin is just absolutely melting compared to Benji, who is surviving to win for some amount of time. And they're doing it with less DPS ships than the other team had earlier.
I kind of want to see the fits. I have a feeling that might have been a fitting issue right there. They might have been trying some kind of weird, like there's not a particularly large amount of variance you can do on Nighthawks, but you can do some interesting stuff. And if it was a full tank Nighthawk versus like even one less hardener, that can be a really huge difference in this situation. But yeah, they're going through him so fast right now. I feel like maybe when Delete Marauder might have done some weird stuff with their Nighthawk fits. I'm like I said, I'm kind of curious. I would like to see it. I don't know if that's something we can do though.
Possible that we might have seen some specific kind of racial tanking going on for kinetic hardeners, but other than that, yeah, I would like to see those fits as you had mentioned. Mikasa Kuruko now down into about half shields, and we could see Maria Yol is the primary for when to delete Marauder, but they're not even scratching that paint. The scalpels are more than comfortable keeping Maria stable.
Yeah, at this point, he also does have a full flight of shield bots, and I doubt that anybody has smart bombs to clear it. So I was a little worried. I thought Nightmare was actually going to lose there for a bit, but they kind of, I'm not sure if it was them going after the Logi or if they just had maybe superior fitting meta here, but they kind of just crushed through all three Nighthawks when Delete Marauder very, very quickly. And we see that that was a good call as that Loki is going down quite a bit slower than any of those Nighthawks were, even under the massive DPS of three Lokis and a Nighthawk from Nightmare Skating issue.
So as this match is kind of winding down, Nightmare Skating issue is getting comfortably ahead so far. Walk us through a little bit why we've been seeing so much of this composition in this event.
I think that we're going to be seeing this a lot in other events as well that are upcoming, like Alliance Tournament 17 confirmed. But the basically what happened is when CCP did some balance changes over the last about year or two, there's specifically three of them that were done. One, there was a resistance nerf, or I guess it's a change. I shouldn't say a nerf, but it's generally a little bit harder to get the crazy high armor resist that we used to see back in the day. There's a surgical strike buff. That's what people call it. It's not specific surgical strike, but in general, everybody does a little bit more DPS. But the big one for this specific setup is that the close range ammo types on a lot of ships, especially ones that are using short range guns, so think like heavy assault missiles, blasters, autocannons, got a massive damage increase. And so what happened was some of these ships that used heavy assault missiles like Nighthawks and Lokis, which used to only do like maybe 5, 6, 700 DPS, now are breaking 1,000 pretty easily. So, we're seeing something that used to be a not super viable weapon system become this really, really powerful one. And I was able to time that almost perfectly as chess goes down, making Nightmare Skating issue win 100-26. And welcome, guys. We are here. We're doing Alliance tournament things early in the morning.
Very early.
Very early in the morning.
Awesome. Right, let's roll some ads and then we'll have a chat about that match.